this is Kim. Welcome back to another video. This is another video in the Doordash series. A lot of people are talking about contract violations. Have you received one? Do you even know what they are? Do you know what you need to do about it? Well, hopefully this video will help you learn a little bit more about what the contract violations are, what that means to you, and I've got some ways you can protect yourself so that you don't get one. Here we go. Before I forget, I'd love it if you could subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to get, a following here, and also like the video if you find it helpful. Thank you. Okay, what is a contract violation? Well, it's basically anything that contradicts what Doordash considers proper delivery protocols. The most common violations are not delivering the order to the customer and extreme lateness. The terms of service infraction regarding the following. So if you don't deliver the food, the customer marks it order never received, or contacts support and says they never got their order, that could be a contract violation. Now, a lot of times, I'm sure that you did deliver the food. The people are trying to get it free, or somebody stole it off the porch, or who knows what happened. But it's kind of out of your control after you leave it. So, yeah. Anyways, if you don't follow the delivery procedure for handoff or contactless delivery, so like if you don't follow what the app tells you to do, the app pretty much is self-explanatory. It tells you to contact the person, either call them or text them, knock on the door. If they don't answer, you try to contact them basically so you can give them their food. If they don't respond, a little timer goes off. I think it's 4 or 5 minutes. And if during that time you cannot reach the person, it instructs you to put the food in a safe place, take a picture, and then leave. So there are procedures that you need to follow. So make sure that you know what they are and you follow them. Another infraction is extreme lateness. So it's pickup time or drop-off time. More than 10 minutes late. Supposedly, well, this doesn't make a lot of sense, and I contacted support to try to get an answer. But if you're late picking up the food, so let's say you get offered a Wendy's job, and you have until 1 o'clock to pick it up, and it's 12:40, and you hit a bunch of traffic, or something happens that you can't make it there by 1 o'clock. You have a grace period of 10 minutes, so you basically have to get there by 1:10. And if it's 1:11, then that's extreme lateness. Also, if you're extremely late after you leave this is what is unclear. So that same order, you pick up at 1 o'clock, and let's say you're supposed to deliver it by 1:20. And it says on their delivery time 1:20. But let's say the restaurant doesn't give you the food until 1:19, and you have to go 4 miles. There's no way you're going to get there in time. So, I don't know if that becomes extreme lateness, or if it's after you pick up the food and it's 10 minutes after the allotted time for delivery. But I don't know what that allotted time is, and I don't know how to determine what that time limit is. Like I said, I contacted support and got a couple different answers, so I'm not really sure what that is. But what the support person, the one person who seemed to know the most of what they were talking about, they were more concerned about you arriving at the restaurant really late, not necessarily the lateness of dropping it off to the customer. So anyways, I'm not sure about that. If you know the answer to this, if you know what the details are, please put that information down in the comments, and we can all learn from that. It's very hard to get a concrete answer from support. I did read a bunch on the website, so I do have some information, but that wasn't really clear. So here it says wait times at the restaurant is not a factor in these deactivations. So that leads me to believe what that one support person said, that this drop-off time doesn't really matter. It's more the pickup time. So anyways, just be timely. When you pick up the food, when you let's say when you pick up an order and you accept it, just drive to the restaurant. Don't dilly-dally around. Don't stop and get gas. Don't stop and pick up lunch. Just go to the restaurant. When the food's ready, take it and take it directly to the person's house. It's not that difficult. There are inevitable delays due to delivery being offered too late, too close to the pickup time, or delivery time for it to be reasonable for anyone to meet those times. So these were taken directly from the Doordash site. I've had this happen where you are offered a delivery, and let's use our same time frames. You were supposed to pick it up at 12:30, let's say. So you pick it up at 12:30, and the food is ready. You get in your car, and the delivery time will say 12:31, or even worse, 12:20. So the delivery time was before you even had the food. It's impossible for you to do that, and I think that means that that offer had just been sitting for a while, and that food was promised to the customer at a certain time, but there's no way you can make it, and they're not going to punish you for that because that's not your fault. You just got the delivery. So anyways, these infractions, if you get a driver infraction and if you have repeat offenses, that will make your account eligible to be reviewed for deactivation. So if you're constantly getting extreme lateness, or if you have, a bunch of people saying that you're not delivering their food, you could go to review for deactivation. Now, DoorDash says these reports are rare and are tracked for only the last 100 deliveries. So as soon as you do more deliveries, these reports will disappear from the ratings tab. Or will they? I read a whole bunch of Reddit posts, and it doesn't seem like they go away. You would think that as you do, let's say you have a couple on your account, and you then do 100 of perfect deliveries with no problems, those two should disappear. But some people are saying that they don't disappear, so I'm not sure. And driver feedback violations actually disappearing. So regarding that, some people have stated they have 3 violations and they're not disappearing, and they are still able to drive. So I don't know what the amount is that becomes the repeat offenses. I'm not sure what that number is that makes you get deactivated. So this whole little section right here is all based on what I've read on a couple different message boards, Reddit and a couple other places. But sometimes drivers are reporting that they get deactivated after 2 violations, some after 3, and a few people have reported that they currently have 4 violations and they're still able to work. So it's kind of all over the place, and they may not have a concrete criteria that they're using. But whatever it is, let's just try not to get these violations. So I have some ideas on how you can protect yourself. It's up to you to protect yourself, obviously. Nobody else is going to. So here are some steps. Read the Dasher procedures often. Stay updated so you don't miss anything. They may add some new hoops they want to jump through. They may add some new rules. You want to make sure you know what the newest rules are. So just read it. It's online. It's easy to find. Never multi-app where ETAs will be affected. So multi-app means you're using DoorDash and Grubhub or Uber Eats at the same time and you're just waiting for an offer from each one. And I know that a lot of people do this. I personally don't. But make sure you only accept an offer from one app at a time. You don't want to affect the delivery time or the delivery experience for that customer. So make sure you're just taking care of one at a time. Protect yourself with documentation. A dash camera, screenshots, delivery confirmations, pictures with GPS. This support can come in the form of pictures, videos, etc. Basically, you want to show that you drove from point A to point B and delivered the food in a timely manner. Do screenshots right as you arrive at the restaurant and also at the customer location. So if you screenshot the app, it'll show where you are on the map and the details of that delivery. I've started to do that. And then keep driving to eliminate violations. More successful deliveries and the violations should roll off. Like I said, they should. I don't know that they always do, but they should. Do not fear deactivation. Just do your best. Contact support if you run into an issue. Don't be afraid every move you make. Just try to do the best you can. Accept the order, drive to the restaurant, be courteous at the restaurant. Even if you have to wait, don't be rude. Pick up the food, make sure it seems correct. I know the bags are sealed, but if you have an order with, 15 items and they hand you a little bag with feels like 2 items in there, verify that it's correct. Look at the receipt. Just make sure it seems like it's the right thing. Make sure you don't forget drinks, and then drive safely to the customer's location and deliver the food. Here's an app that was recommended that I think is amazing. You need to take pictures, especially if it's a hand it to me delivery. So I've been using this app. I use it for all my deliveries now, but at first I was just using it for the hand me ones. Because if they hand it to me, the app does not prompt you to take a picture. So you don't really have any proof that you were at that house. So I take this picture either before or after the delivery. I just make sure I get a picture of the house with the address. And then this app is really cool. It's free. This is for the iPhone. There's probably one for Droid. But you basically take the picture and it adds this little area of, has the date and the time, and the address and everything. And then the picture of the house. And then you just save it. And that gives you proof that you were there. So it's called Timestamp Camera, which is right here. It puts the timestamp right on the image. I think it's really amazing. I wish there was a way to upload these instead of the other pictures that we take when we deliver the food, because I think this gives you more proof. Anyway, so the date, time, address is included on the photograph. Here's a close-up. So this was just a sample one that they had on the app. I don't get this map. You could there's probably a way to add that, but I just take a picture of the house and then with this information. Okay, another great way to protect yourself is to get a dash cam. It's an excellent way to protect yourself against false claims. If someone says you never delivered the food, you'll have it on camera. And pictures are amazing proof. The dash cam runs as you drive around town. So it's like a little camera that fits on the back of your rearview mirror. It doesn't get in your way or anything. It just runs and captures videos of all your deliveries and as you drive around. If there's ever a question, you will have actual proof. My husband and I were driving and we witnessed an accident, and our dash cam video actually helped the victim prove what happened because we had it all on camera. They obviously didn't. They were driving, but it's a great tool, and they're not very expensive, and they're very easy to use. This is a detail procedure of what you're supposed to do in each situation. So here's the situation. Normal delivery, there's no problem arriving at the customer's address. For a hand it to me delivery, no special action or photo required. Simply click complete delivery. So you hand the person the food and click complete delivery. At a leave it at my door delivery, follow the instructions by taking a clear photo of the food and the proper drop-off location. So put it down by the door, take a picture. There's a little area where you can type in a description if you want, and then click complete delivery. Here's a good tip. If you leave it at the security desk or reception area, you should still follow these steps to help the customer find the food. And in this case, I would leave a description, left at with security guard or whatever. Left at the lobby or whatever. And then make sure you have a nice clear picture of the food being left. Now here's another situation. The customer takes the food from you directly. Okay, in a hand it to me delivery, no special action or photo required. Just click on complete delivery. If it was a leave it at my door delivery, but the customer came and took the food, it says if the customer takes the food from you before you were able to take a photo in the app, skip the photo step and click I handed the order to the customer. Now, I still take pictures of every delivery, even if the person is out there and I hand it to them after they wait for them. I walk back to my car and I just take a picture of the house. And I don't know if that's enough proof, but when I use the timestamp camera, it shows that I was at that house at the time I was supposed to be there and gave them the food. Okay, here's another situation. Normal delivery, no problems. You know what? This is the same thing. Let's click this. Here we go. If you can't find the customer's address or door, okay, for hand it to me, click on can't hand the order to the customer and follow the in-app instructions by trying to contact the customer via text or call. In my experience, the customers don't respond. Every once in a while somebody will, but I call, I text, and I don't know whether they're ignoring the call or they just they don't know who you are, so they don't answer it. I'm not sure. So you wait 5 minutes at your location. If during this time you find the customer, simply click on I found the customer. But if you don't find them and you're standing there at their door, you take a clear photo of the food at a safe drop-off location. So just find a spot on the porch where you can leave the food and take a picture. Now for sure, I would type a description of where you left the food and then click on complete delivery. Now, if this is a leave it at my door and you can't find their door, try contacting them via text or phone. The customer is unresponsive, then follow the in-app instructions by taking a clear photo of the food at a safe drop-off location, leave a description, and click complete delivery. Now, just leave as many details as you can in the description, especially if you're not sure if it's their house, because they'll be really disappointed if they don't get their food. Okay, so that's it for today, and that was a lot of information, and I hope it was helpful. Really, if you have any ideas about this and know the answers to some of the questions I had, or if I gave some information that was not correct, please comment below so we can all learn and so that we can all do a better job. Thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you found it helpful. See you next time.